was never a secret kept from you. There was never a code reserved for someone else. The frequency you've been searching for was given to you the moment you arrived. The frequency was never hidden. The frequency was never hidden. It was always already yours. I used to think that some were chosen. I used to think the gold was kept away behind a door that only few could open, a code that I would have to learn someday. But I was never on the outside waiting. I was never locked out of the light. I carried the frequency inside me always. I just forgot to listen day and night to the gold that hummed beneath my breathing, to the gold that lived beneath my fear. The frequency was never a possession that someone else could hoard or keep from here. It was the air, it was the blood, it was the rhythm. It was as simple and as close as my own name. I was never behind in some great race for riches. I was always standing in the flame. Feel it now. It was never hidden from you. It has been here, in your chest, the whole time. The frequency was never hidden. It was never locked away. The frequency was never given to someone else some other day. The frequency is mine already. It was mine before I knew. The frequency was never hidden. It was always, always you. The frequency was never hidden. It is yours. It is yours. I spent so long looking for permission. I spent so long waiting for the sign that said I was allowed to have abundance, that said the golden flow was truly mine. But permission was a story I was told by every voice that profited from doubt. The frequency does not require permission. The frequency is what I'm made of throughout. Every cell, every breath, every heartbeat carries the original golden hum that was placed in me before the world began counting what I had, what I'd become. And I released the years of searching outward for a code that was within me all along. I released the belief that gold was distant. I return now to my frequency, my song. You were never excluded from this. It has always been singing in your own blood. I am not behind in some divine arrangement. I am not late to claim what's truly mine. The frequency does not reward the chosen. The frequency simply is, and it is fine to finally stop the searching, stop the proving, to finally trust the gold was always here. I release every story of exclusion. I welcome in the frequency so clear. The frequency was never hidden. It was never locked away. The frequency was never given to someone else some other day. The frequency is mine already. It was mine before I knew. The frequency was never hidden. It was always, always you. The frequency was never hidden. excluded from abundance. Share this with someone who still believes they are. The frequency was never hidden, it was always already yours. There's no code to crack, there's only a frequency to remember. There was always already yours. You're not late. We're not behind. There is no race, no ranking, no timeline you have failed to meet. You have always been exactly on time for your own becoming. I was never behind. I was never behind. I was always exactly on time. I used to measure myself against the others, the ones who seemed to have it figured out, the ones whose golden flow looked so much easier, while I was still surrounded by my doubt. But comparison was never a true measure. Comparison was just a story sold, a way to keep me reaching, keep me hungry, a way to make the gold feel cold. I was never actually behind anyone. There was no line, no race, no waiting room. I was exactly where I needed to be, standing inside my own becoming, my own bloom. And the frequency was never measured against anyone else's timing, anyone else's pace. The frequency just asked me to stop comparing and come back home into my own space. You were never behind. There was never a race. There was only ever your own becoming. I was never behind. I was never behind. I was always exactly on time. I was never behind. I was never behind. The frequency was always already mine. I was never behind. I was never behind. I was always right on time. I think of all the years I spent comparing my golden flow to someone else's stream. I think of all the energy I wasted chasing someone else's version of the dream. But my frequency was never meant to match anyone else's frequency at all. My golden hum was always only mine. My timing was never late, was never small. And now I release every comparison. I release the race I never had to run. I release the idea I was behind somehow. I return to knowing I am the only one. There was only ever one frequency that was yours, and you've had it the whole time. I stopped measuring my gold against another's. I stopped racing for a finish line that's fake. I am the only timeline I was ever running, and my timeline was never a mistake. I was never behind the people I admired. I was simply walking my own golden road, and every step I took was right on schedule, even the ones that felt the heaviest to hold. I was never behind, I was never behind. I was always exactly on time. I was never behind, I was never behind. The frequency was always already mine. I was never behind, I was never behind. I was always right on time, right on time, right on time. My own time, my own time, my own gold, my own frequency. I was never behind. You were never behind. Share this with someone still comparing their gold to someone else's. I was never behind, I was never behind. I was always exactly on time. There was never a race. There was only ever your own becoming in your own time. Underneath every doubt, every fear, every story of not enough, there has always been one steady signal, golden, constant, unbroken. It never stopped transmitting, you just learned to tune it out. The golden signal never stopped. The golden signal was always on. I have lived through static, lived through interference. I have lived through years of doubting what was true. But underneath the static, constant golden, there was a signal I once knew. It never asked me to deserve its sending. It never paused because I lost my way. It kept transmitting through my darkest seasons. It kept transmitting every single day. I am the receiver, not the source of doubting. I am the one who tunes in or tunes out. But the golden signal never stopped its sending. It was never what my struggle was about. I was the static, I was the interference. The signal underneath was always clear. And now I'm learning how to quiet the static and let the golden signal finally be here. Beneath every doubt you've ever had, the golden signal kept transmitting, it never left. The golden signal never stopped. The golden signal clear and true. The golden signal was always sending, even when I couldn't hear it through. The golden signal never stopped. It's sending now, it's sending still. The golden signal is who I am, and it always will. I think of every radio I've ever owned, and how the static never meant the song had stopped. It only meant I hadn't found the frequency. It only meant the dial needed to be caught. And I am like that with my own becoming. I am like that with my own golden hum. Sometimes the static of the world gets louder. Sometimes I forget the signal that I'm from. But the song was always playing, always sending the golden frequency that names my worth. And every time I quiet down enough to listen, I find it singing since the day of my birth. I find it constant, steady, never doubting. I find it patient with my years of static noise. I find the golden signal always waiting for the moment I remember it's my voice. Turn the dial inward now, past the static. The golden signal is still singing. I am tuning in completely now. I am quieting the static of my fear. I am finding the original frequency that has been singing through every single year. And I will not mistake the static for the silence of the signal. It was never gone, it was only ever waiting, patient, golden, for the moment I would turn back on. The golden signal never stopped. The golden signal clear and true. The golden signal was always sending, even when I couldn't hear it through. The golden signal never stopped. It's sending now, it's sending still. The golden signal is who I am, and it always will. It always will. It never stops. It never will. The golden signal is my will, is my way, is my home. The golden signal, I am home. The golden signal in you never stops sending. Share this with someone still listening for static. The golden signal never stops. The golden signal is who I am. The golden signal is who I am. The static was never the truth. The signal beneath it never stopped singing. The golden signal is who I am. Scarcity was never the truth of the universe. It was a story told so often, believed so deeply, that it started to feel real. But abundance was never scarce. It was only ever waiting for you to stop believing the story. Abundance was never scarce. Abundance was never scarce. It was only ever waiting for me. I was taught to fear there wasn't enough. I was taught to grip, to hoard, to hold on tight. I was taught that someone else's golden flowing meant there was less gold left for my own light. But the universe does not run out of sunlight. Because one flower opens to the sky, the universe does not run out of ocean. Because one river finally runs dry. Abundance was never a fixed amount divided. Abundance was never pie cut into parts. Abundance is the nature of the golden frequency that lives inside every single heart. And when I trust that, something in me settles. Something in me stops the desperate grasp. Something in me remembers what is endless and releases what I thought I had to clasp. There has always been enough. There will always be enough. Abundance does not run out. Abundance was never scarce. It was never running low. Abundance was never scarce. It was always meant to flow. Abundance was never scarce. There was always enough for me. Abundance was never scarce. It was always, always free. Abundance was never scarce. It is infinite. It is infinite. It is me. I released the grip I learned from fear. I released the hoarding, the competing, the race. I released the story that someone else's golden means there's somehow less gold in my space. Because the frequency does not divide itself. The frequency multiplies the more it's shared. The golden signal grows when it is given. The golden signal was never meant to be spared. And I open my hands now completely. I open my heart to the infinite flow. I trust that what is mine will always find me. I trust the golden frequency I know is not in competition with another's, is not diminished by someone else's gain. Abundance was never a closed system. Abundance was always an open golden rain. Open your hands now. Abundance flows toward open hands, not closed fists. I release every fear of running out. I release every story of not enough. I trust the frequency that lives within me is endless, infinite, abundant, golden, tough enough to hold me through any season, soft enough to let the golden in. Abundance was never something I had to capture. Abundance was always only who I've been. Abundance was never scared. It was never running low. Abundance was never scared. It was always meant to flow. Abundance was never scared. There was always enough for me. never scarce. It is me. There has always been enough. Share this with someone still gripping out of fear. Abundance was never scarce. It was only ever waiting for me. There was never a shortage of gold. There was only ever a story that made you forget how much you carry. This is not the moment you become wealthy. This is not the moment you find the secret. This is the moment you remember a frequency that has been yours since before you arrived. Say it with me. I remember. I remember my frequency. I remember my frequency. It was always already mine. I am not finding something new today. I am not discovering a hidden code. I am remembering what I came here knowing before the world began to load. It's stories of scarcity and ranking. It's stories of who deserves and who does not. I am remembering the golden frequency that every single one of us has got. Not earned by struggle, not reserved for special, not hidden behind walls that some can't climb. The frequency was always my inheritance. The frequency was always only mine, and now I claim it, not with arrogance, not knowing, not with greed, but with the deepest peace. I remember I was always golden. I remember my abundance, my release. Say it now. I remember. Feel the frequency rising in your chest. I remember my frequency. I remember who I am. I remember the golden signal that was always my own song. I remember my frequency. It was never far from me. I remember my frequency. I remember I am free. And from this remembering, everything shifts gently, not in a single instant, but in time. I move through my days with different footing. I move through my life less afraid to climb toward the things I want, the things I'm called to, without the old belief that I'm behind, without the old belief that gold is guarded by someone smarter, luckier, more refined. I remember I was always part of the golden. I remember I was never on the outside waiting. I remember the frequency that holds me has been singing since before my making. And I will carry this remembering forward into every choice, every step I take. I remember my frequency completely, and I remember it is wide awake. Carry this with you now. The remembering. You are golden. You have always been. I am not the same as I was yesterday. Not because I learned a secret formula, but because I remembered what was always true. I am golden. I am infinite. I am whole. And I release every story that said otherwise. I release every code I thought I had to find. There was never a code. There was only remembering the frequency that was always perfectly mine. I remember my frequency. I remember who I am. I remember the golden signal that was always my own song. I remember my frequency. It was never far from me. I remember my frequency. I remember I am free. I am golden. I am whole. I am infinite. I am infinite. I am whole. I remember. I remember. I remember. I am. You don't need a code. You only need to remember. Share this with someone ready to remember theirs. I remember my frequency. I remember my frequency. It was always already mine. There was never a code to find. There was only ever a frequency to remember.